If you're between the ages of 65 and 80 and can still do these 8 things, you're not just aging well, you're on track to live longer, healthier, and sharper than most people. In fact, you may possess rare qualities that could help you reach 100 years old. Stay with me, because these signs are things almost no one talks about. And you might be surprised by what I'm about to reveal. So, how many of these signs still apply to you? Comment 1 if you're confident that you're still strong and healthy, or 0 if you think it's time for a change. The first sign is if you are between the ages of 65 and 80 and can still stand up from a chair without using your hands. That's a strong indicator of your longevity and your ability to maintain independence in the years ahead. Leave a comment with the number 1 below to show that you're still keeping up with that strength everywhere you go. But what if you've noticed that standing up seems harder than it used to be? Don't worry, I'll share an inspiring story about someone who turned things around, and you'll be surprised by the simple steps to regain that strength. Stay tuned. You might think signs of aging are things like wrinkles or gray hair. But what's even more important is the ability to stand up from a chair without pushing with your hands. Why is this so important? Because this small action shows that your lower body muscles are strong, your balance is stable, and your core is engaged. All key indicators that your body is aging well. In fact, research from the Journal of the American Medical Association found that people with stronger leg muscles have a significantly lower risk of falling, one of the most common causes of injury in older adults. The stronger your legs, the better your balance, and the more likely you are to avoid dangerous falls and fractures. You might be thinking, but I'm not as strong as I used to be. What if I can't do this anymore? Don't worry, strength can be rebuilt, and I have an inspiring story to prove it. Meet Harold. He was 77 years old and had always been active. He loved gardening, walking his dog, and fixing things around the house. But one day, he was sitting in his favorite armchair. When he tried to stand up, something felt off. He had to push on the armrest to get up. "I'm just getting older," he told himself. But a few weeks later, he stumbled when getting out of bed. That's when Harold realized this wasn't just normal aging. He knew he had to do something. After talking to his doctor, Harold learned that leg strength is one of the most important factors in preventing falls. Weak legs mean less stability, and that's when falls become dangerous. His doctor assured him that strength could be regained, even in his 70s. Determined to improve, Harold started small. Each morning before breakfast, he practiced sitting down and standing up from his dining chair without using his hands. At first, it was tough. His legs shook, and he had to focus hard to stay balanced, but each day he felt a little stronger. He also added a few simple exercises, lifting his legs while sitting, doing heel raises while brushing his teeth, and gentle forward bends. Within a few months, Harold found he could stand up from his armchair with ease. No hands needed. But more importantly, he felt stronger and more confident. He no longer feared falling, and tasks that once seemed difficult now felt easy. Now it's your turn. Try sitting in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest, no pushing with your hands. Now, try to stand up. Do you feel strong and stable, or is it difficult? If you can do this easily, fantastic. That's a powerful sign your body is still working efficiently. But if you find it difficult, or if you need to push with your hands, don't panic. Strength can be rebuilt, and it's easier than you might think. Here are 3 simple exercises you can start doing today. Sit down, then stand up without using your hands. Repeat this movement 5 to 10 times a day. While sitting, lift one foot a few inches off the ground and hold for 5 to 10 seconds. This strengthens your thighs and core. While brushing your teeth, rise up on your toes and lower back down. This builds calf strength and improves balance. The key is consistency. Start small, just a few repetitions each day, and gradually increase. Over time, you'll notice stronger legs, improved balance, and easier movement in your daily life. With small, steady efforts, you can rebuild strength, improve stability, and feel more confident in your everyday activities. Because aging doesn't have to mean getting weaker, and your body is capable of more than you think. And here's something that may surprise you. Your walking speed might be a stronger predictor of longevity than you realize. I'll explain why and what you can do about it. Stay tuned. If you found this helpful, leave a comment below with the number 3 to let me know you're here. And if you faced challenges with strength or balance, I'd love to hear how you're working to improve. Your story could inspire others. Now, did you know that your walking speed could be one of the strongest indicators of how long and how healthy you will live? In fact, research shows that people who maintain a brisk walking pace tend to live longer and healthier lives. So, what can you do if you notice your pace slowing down? Let me share another story about someone who changed everything to improve his endurance, starting today. Most people don't think much about their walking speed, but it reveals more about your health than you might realize. Walking at a fast pace isn't just about fitness. It reflects your heart health, lung function, and muscular endurance. When you walk briskly, your heart pumps blood efficiently, your lungs deliver oxygen properly, and your muscles work together to help you move with ease. In fact, a large study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that walking speed is a powerful predictor of survival rates in older adults. Researchers discovered that older adults who walked faster had a significantly lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and even cognitive decline. Another study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people who maintained a walking pace of at least 3 miles per hour had a 24% lower risk of early death compared to those who walked slower. That's right. Simply walking faster can actually add years to your life. Many people don't notice their walking speed slowing down until it starts affecting their health. The process happens gradually, step by step, until suddenly, climbing a flight of stairs leaves you breathless. That's exactly what happened to William. William, 74, was always active. He enjoyed morning walks around his neighborhood, just enough to get some fresh air. But over time, things changed. He walked for longer, but he figured he was just slowing down. Then, one day, while climbing a short set of stairs at his local library, he had to stop halfway to catch his breath. His chest felt tight, and his legs felt heavy. Concerned, William spoke with his doctor. His doctor explained that his walking speed might have slowed due to reduced cardiovascular endurance, something that often declines with age, and the doctor guided him through steps to rebuild his stamina. Each day, William timed himself walking 10 feet, first at his normal pace, then speeding up as if he were trying to catch an elevator before the doors closed. At first, his breathing felt heavy, and his legs tired faster than he expected. But he kept going, little by little. He added a few tips to improve his pace. He focused on good posture, walking tall with his head up and shoulders back. He swung his arms gently to build momentum. Most importantly, he challenged himself to add just a few extra steps each day. Over time, William's strength improved. After a few months, the stairs that once left him breathless became much easier to climb. He also felt younger, stronger, and more energized. If you think walking feels amazing, comment "Awesome" below to let others know how important this is for all of us. Now, here's a simple test you can try at home. Find a clear path. About 10 feet is all you need. Start by walking at your normal pace. Then, halfway through, Speed up as if you're trying to catch an elevator before the doors close. Notice how you feel. Can you move quickly and confidently without feeling out of breath? Or do you find yourself gasping for air? If you passed that test easily, fantastic. That's a sign your heart, lungs, and muscles are working well. But if you struggled or felt winded, don't worry. There are plenty of ways you can improve. Here's how to build endurance and improve your walking speed. Start with short walks and gradually increase your pace over time. Even adding just 5 extra minutes to your daily walk can make a big difference. Stand tall, keep your head up, shoulders relaxed, and eyes looking forward. Good posture improves breathing and helps you walk more efficiently. Try adding short bursts of faster walking during your stroll. Walk briskly for 30 seconds, then slow down for a minute. Repeat this 3 to 5 times during your walk to build endurance. Exercises like heel raises, lunges, and seated leg lifts can build the muscles that power your stride. The goal isn't to become a marathon runner. The key is to improve little by little each day. Those small efforts will boost your endurance, improve your heart health, and, most importantly, help you maintain independence as you age. Hold on, want to ask you this. How long can you balance on one foot? Comment below to let me know, and stay tuned for the next sign that will most clearly reveals even more about your longevity. Simple to you? But your ability to balance on one foot is a clear indicator of how well your body and mind are aging. It's a great sign. But if you struggle with balance, don't worry. I'll explain why balance is so important, share the story of someone who improved their stability, and help you understand why this matters so much. Balance is something most people take for granted until they start to lose it. But the truth is, your balance is one of the strongest indicators of your overall health. Why? Because balance relies on several key systems working together. Your nervous system controls your coordination. Your muscles keep you stable and strong. Your inner ear helps your brain sense movement and position. Your vision helps you stay oriented in space. If any of these systems start to weaken, whether it's from muscle loss, slower reflexes, or reduced coordination, your balance will be affected. Poor balance often goes unnoticed until it leads to tripping or dangerous falls. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year. And those falls are the leading cause of injuries and hospitalizations. In fact, falls cause over 32,000 deaths annually in older adults. That's why maintaining balance isn't just about stability, it's about safety and independence. Studies show that older adults with better balance are far less likely to experience dangerous falls, and they tend to live longer, healthier lives. That's why your ability to balance on one foot for 10 seconds can reveal so much about your overall health. This is the story of Frank, who is 76 years old and has always been fairly active. He enjoys walking and gardening in his backyard. But one morning, while getting dressed, Frank noticed something concerning. When he stood on one foot to put on his socks, he felt unsteady. His legs shook, and he had to grab the edge of his dresser to keep from tipping over. Over the next few weeks, Frank's balance continued to decline. Going downstairs felt harder, and stepping off curbs required more focus than before. The moment that shook him most was when he stumbled in the kitchen while reaching for a cup in the cupboard. Fortunately, he caught himself, but it scared him. If I fall and get hurt, he thought, how long would it take to recover? That's when Frank decided to start practicing simple balance exercises. Every morning while brushing his teeth, he challenged himself to stand on one foot just for a few seconds. At first, his legs shook, and he had to grab the counter to steady himself. But day by day, he grew stronger. He also added heel raises, side leg lifts, and weight-shifting exercises to his routine. Within just a few weeks, Frank noticed a huge difference in his balance. Now, Frank no longer lives with the constant fear of falling, and he credits those simple daily exercises for helping him regain his stability and peace of mind. So, what about you? If you found this valuable, tap the notification bell and hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to this channel, and if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything possible to make this program even better for you. Do we have a deal? How can you test your balance and start improving it today? Stand near a counter or sturdy surface you can hold on to if needed. Lift 1 foot off the ground. See if you can maintain your balance for 10 seconds without wobbling or swaying. If you pass the test, congratulations. That's a fantastic sign that your coordination, muscles, and nervous system are working well. If you struggled or needed support, don't worry. Like Frank, you can improve your balance with a few simple exercises. Try these exercises to improve your balance. Heel raises. While standing near a counter for support, rise up on your toes, then lower your heels down. Repeat this movement 10 to 15 times. This strengthens your calves and improves stability. Side leg lifts. Stand tall and lift one leg out to the side, keeping your knees straight. Hold for a few seconds, then lower it back down. Repeat this 5 to 10 times on each leg. Frank's favorite tip. While brushing your teeth, lift 1 foot a few inches off the floor and try to balance for as long as possible. Each time you brush, alternate between your left and right foot. The best part? These exercises only take a few minutes a day. Whether you're getting dressed, waiting in line at the grocery store, or brushing your teeth. Practice standing on 1 foot for a few seconds. You may not realize it. Your ability to lie down on the floor and stand back up without assistance is also one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Don't miss this incredibly important sign coming next. Yes, that's right. What seems like a simple task, getting down to the floor and back up again, is actually a powerful indicator of how well your muscles, joints, and nervous system are working together. In fact, research published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that people who can sit down on the floor and stand back up without using their hands are significantly more likely to live longer than those who struggle with this movement. The study tracked over 2,000 adults aged 51 to 80 and discovered that individuals who couldn't perform the movement were 5 times more likely to die within the next 6 years compared to those who could. Why is this test such a powerful predictor? Because it combines several key factors: is muscle strength. Strong legs, core, and upper body muscles are essential to control your movement. Joint flexibility. Flexible hips, knees, and ankles allow you to lower yourself comfortably and get back up. Balance and coordination. These skills help you stay steady and prevent falls. When any of these systems weaken, getting down to the floor, and more importantly, standing back up, becomes harder. And the longer you avoid it, the harder it becomes. That's why people who stop sitting on the floor or avoid bending down altogether often lose this ability faster than they realize. Meet Joseph, a retired teacher, age 78. Joseph loved spending time with his grandson, Lucas. One afternoon, Lucas grabbed his favorite board game and asked, "Grandpa, will you play with me?" Joseph smiled but hesitated. The game required sitting on the floor, and Joseph knew getting back up wouldn't be easy. His knees were stiff, and his legs weren't as strong as they once were. That night, Joseph realized he didn't want to miss out on moments like that anymore. Every morning, he began practicing, lowering himself onto the living room rug, slowly and carefully, then pushing himself back up. At first, he struggled. His knees shook, and he needed to hold on to a chair for support. But Joseph didn't give up. Each day, he practiced a little more, adding simple moves like squats and gentle stretches while kneeling. Within a few weeks, his legs felt stronger, and he felt happier. The next time his grandson asked him to play on the floor, Joseph didn't hesitate. He knelt down with ease, played the entire game, and, with a smile on his face, stood up feeling strong, proud, and fully engaged in family time. Now it's your turn. Let's test. Slowly lower yourself to the floor, if possible, without using your hands. Once you are seated, try standing back up, again without using your hands. If you completed the test easily, fantastic. That's a strong sign that your muscles, joints, and coordination are working well. If you struggled or felt unsteady, don't worry. Like Joseph, you can improve this skill with practice. Chair squats. Sit down on a sturdy chair, then stand up without using your hands. Repeat this movement 8 to 10 times to build leg strength. Hamstring stretch. While seated, extend one leg out straight, then gently reach toward your toes. This improves flexibility in your hamstrings and lower back. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds on each side. Lunges. Step 1 foot forward and lower your back knee toward the floor. Then, push yourself back up to stand. Repeat this movement 5 to 8 times on each leg to strengthen your legs and improve balance. The key is to practice slow, controlled movements each day. By gradually building your strength and flexibility, you'll improve your ability to move confidently, both on and off the floor. Maintaining strength and mobility isn't just about moving better, it's about continuing to say yes to the moments that matter most. If you found this helpful, leave a comment below and type 4 to let me know you're here. Next up, do you want to know how strong your hand grip is? Yes, your grip strength. It's one of the most surprising predictors of longevity. Stay tuned, why this matters. Strength isn't just about how much you can lift in the gym, it's about how easily you can handle everyday tasks. If you can still carry a full bag of groceries without strain, that's a sign of strong upper body endurance and core stability, both essential for maintaining independence as you age. Research consistently shows that grip strength is a powerful predictor of longevity and overall health. In fact, a study published in The Lancet found that grip strength is a better predictor of cardiovascular risk and mortality than blood pressure. Researchers observed that individuals with stronger grip strength tended to live longer, healthier lives, while those with weaker grip strength were more likely to experience functional decline and even early death. When your grip strength weakens, even everyday tasks like opening jars, carrying laundry, or lifting groceries can become challenging. Over time, this can lead to reduced mobility, increased dependence on others, and a loss of independence. Meet Richard's story. At 75, Richard had always been strong and independent. He took pride in handling daily tasks without help, but one afternoon, after a simple shopping trip, he found himself pausing at the base of his front steps. The bags didn't seem any heavier than usual, but his arms ached and his hands felt weak. Worried about losing his independence, Richard started with simple exercises designed to rebuild his strength. He began squeezing a rubber ball for a few minutes each day to improve his grip. He also started doing light dumbbell curls and added countertop push-ups to his morning routine. Within a few months, carrying groceries became easy again. Richard also noticed improvements in other areas. He had more energy, better posture, and newfound confidence. Most importantly, he felt like himself again. Richard's story shows that small improvements in strength can have a huge impact on your quality of life. With consistent effort, you can regain strength at any age. If you've noticed your grip strength weakening or your overall strength declining, try these simple exercises. Rubber ball squeeze. Squeeze a rubber ball tightly for 5 to 10 seconds, release, and repeat. Aim for 3 sets of 10 squeezes for each hand. This exercise can improve both grip strength and forearm stability. Bicep curls and overhead presses. Use light resistance for these exercises to build arm and shoulder strength. Countertop push-ups. This is a safe and effective way to build upper body strength. Stand at an angle, place your hands on the countertop, and slowly lower your chest down before pushing back up. Aim for 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. Farmer's carry. This exercise mimics carrying grocery bags. Hold a moderately weighted object in each hand, such as water bottles or dumbbells, and walk across the room. Try walking for 30 seconds at a time, gradually increasing the duration as your strength improves. You don't need long, intense workouts to see results. Instead, commit to just a few minutes of strength-building exercises each day. These small, consistent efforts will help you maintain muscle mass, improve grip strength, and rebuild confidence in your physical abilities. Which of these exercises will you try first? Let me know in the comments. And stay tuned for the next key sign related to your heart, lungs, and muscles. If you can climb a flight of stairs without stopping, that's a strong sign that your heart, lungs, and muscles are working well together. Doctors often use stair climbing as a quick and reliable assessment of heart health and endurance. A study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that people who could climb 4 flights of stairs, about 60 steps, in under 1.5 minutes had a significantly lower risk of heart disease, cancer, and early death. Climbing stairs requires your heart to pump oxygen-rich blood to your muscles, while your lungs work harder to support breathing. This process tests how efficiently your cardiovascular system delivers oxygen, a key factor in longevity. Those who struggle with stair climbing may be at higher risk for heart issues, lung problems, or declining muscle strength. If you find yourself gasping for air or needing to pause halfway up the stairs, it's a sign that your heart or endurance may need attention. At 73, George knew his fitness wasn't what it used to be, but he didn't think much of it until one afternoon at a friend's house. When George attempted to climb a flight of stairs, his breathing became shallow, his legs felt weak, and halfway up, he had to stop to catch his breath. George realized his heart and stamina had declined more than he thought. George set a goal. He started by climbing just 5 steps at a time, resting when needed. Each week, he added a few more steps until he could comfortably reach the top without stopping. He also began walking outdoors more often, gradually increasing his pace to build endurance. Within a few months, George noticed a remarkable change. Not only could he climb an entire staircase without stopping, but he also felt stronger, more energetic, and less fatigued throughout the day. Most importantly, George felt confident knowing his heart was healthier, and he could keep up with his grandkids without feeling out of breath. Don't get discouraged. Start here. Try walking up 10 steps at a steady pace. Pay attention to your breathing. Are you gasping for air? Do your legs feel weak? If you struggle, that's your starting point, and progress will come with practice. Set a goal to climb just a few steps each day, gradually increasing the number of steps over time. Even completing a few steps consistently can improve your strength and lung capacity. For example, start by walking up 5 steps, resting, then continuing. Over time, try to reduce the number of pauses as your endurance improves. When climbing stairs, practice taking deep breaths in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. This steady breathing pattern can reduce fatigue and improve oxygen delivery to your muscles. Stronger legs make the stair climbing easier. Try these exercises. Seated leg lifts. While seated, lift one leg at a time to build strength. Wall sit. Lean against a wall and lower yourself into a squat position. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds to build leg endurance. Step-ups. Step onto a sturdy platform or step to strengthen your legs and improve balance. Regular walking, even for 10 to 15 minutes a day, can significantly boost your cardiovascular endurance. Gradually increase your speed or distance to build stamina over time. Track your progress. Every week or two, retest your stair climbing ability. Notice how far you can go before feeling tired. Tracking your progress will keep you motivated and show you how much you're improving. Are you ready to challenge yourself? Start by climbing 10 steps today, and let me know how it went in the comments. And stay tuned for the next important sign that can significantly improve your brain health. Your memory is more than just a mental notebook. It's a reflection of your brain's overall health, circulation, and cognitive resilience. If you can still recall recent conversations, remember names easily, and stay mentally sharp in your daily life, that's a powerful sign that your brain is aging well. While some memory lapses are normal as we age, like forgetting where you placed your keys or briefly struggling to recall a word, maintaining the ability to remember important details and engage in meaningful conversations shows that your cognitive function is still strong. In fact, research has shown that cognitive sharpness is a powerful predictor of longevity and quality of life. A study published in the Journal of Neurology found that older adults with stronger cognitive performance were significantly more likely to live longer, independent lives. Experts also point out that mental decline isn't inevitable. The brain has an incredible ability to form new connections, improve recall, and strengthen memory with the right activities. This process, known as neuroplasticity, allows your brain to adapt and stay sharp, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Take Paul, for example. At 79, Paul was known among his friends for his sharp memory and quick wit. While many of his peers were starting to struggle with forgetfulness, Paul still remembered details from conversations weeks earlier, recalled people's names with ease, and could tackle complex puzzles without hesitation. Paul's secret? He unknowingly built powerful mental habits throughout his daily life. He started his mornings with a crossword puzzle over coffee. He spent time reading news articles and discussing them with friends, which kept him informed and engaged. Most importantly, Paul prioritized social interaction, joining a weekly chess club, attending community events, and staying active in his neighborhood. When asked about his sharp mind, Paul admitted he never saw these activities as brain exercises. To him, they were just part of his daily routine. But what he didn't realize was that these habits were actively strengthening his cognitive resilience. Paul's story is a reminder that small, consistent mental challenges can keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. Activities like crossword puzzles, Sudoku, word games, and chess challenge your brain to think critically and recall information. These activities stimulate different parts of your brain, improving both memory and problem-solving skills. Read regularly. Reading doesn't just expand your knowledge, it strengthens your memory too. Studies show that reading stimulates multiple brain functions, including comprehension, focus, and mental visualization. Try reading books, newspapers, or even interesting articles that challenge you to think. Stay socially active. Conversations are powerful mental workouts. Engaging with friends, joining group activities, or participating in clubs keeps your brain engaged. Social interaction has been shown to reduce the risk of cognitive decline by promoting mental stimulation and emotional well-being. Learn new skills. Picking up a new hobby, whether it's cooking, learning a musical instrument, or trying a new language, challenges your brain to build new neural pathways. This strengthens memory and helps protect against cognitive decline. Practice mindful recall. Test your memory regularly to keep your brain sharp. For example, try recalling what you ate for dinner 2 nights ago. After watching a show or reading a chapter in a book, summarize what happened in your own words. Create a mental list of 5 items and challenge yourself to recall them later in the day. Prioritize physical activity. Exercise plays a significant role in maintaining brain health. Regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, supporting memory and focus. Even simple activities like walking, dancing, or yoga can enhance cognitive function. Maintain a healthy diet. Certain foods are known to improve brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon and flax seeds, leafy greens, and antioxidant-rich berries are linked to improved memory and mental clarity. Final thought. Your memory isn't just about remembering facts. It's about preserving your independence, making meaningful connections, and enjoying life's moments. If you can still recall conversations, follow complex tasks, and stay mentally engaged, you're showing one of the strongest signs of healthy aging. Which mental challenge will you take on today? Let me know in the comments. And stay tuned for our important sign on how to improve your quality of sleep for better health and longevity. Waking up feeling refreshed and energized isn't just a sign of a good night's sleep. It's one of the strongest indicators that your body is functioning well. Quality sleep plays a crucial role in keeping your body and mind healthy, especially as you age. During sleep, your body undergoes critical repair processes, from cell regeneration to hormone balancing. According to the National Institute on Aging, deep restorative sleep helps support immune function, maintain healthy brain activity, and even reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease and diabetes. Additionally, research published in the journal Sleep Health shows that older adults who consistently get quality sleep are more likely to maintain their cognitive sharpness, emotional stability, and physical energy well into their later years. If you're still waking up feeling energized, alert, and ready to take on the day, it's a powerful sign that your body is maintaining these vital repair processes effectively. At 74, Roger had always been an early riser. For years, he woke up feeling refreshed and ready to enjoy his morning coffee while reading the newspaper. But as time went on, things changed. Roger started waking up multiple times a night, sometimes because his legs felt restless, other times because his mind wouldn't stop racing. He found himself tossing and turning, unable to fall back asleep. Mornings became sluggish, and he often felt drained before the day had even started. He assumed this was just part of aging. But after talking to his doctor, Roger learned that his sleep troubles weren't inevitable. He decided to make a few small changes to his nightly routine. He started by sticking to a consistent bedtime, limiting screen time in the hour before bed, creating a relaxing evening routine that included light stretching and listening to calming music, adjusting his bedroom temperature to keep it cool and comfortable. Within a few weeks, Roger's sleep improved dramatically. He no longer woke up in the middle of the night, and mornings felt easier. His energy levels soared, and he found himself feeling sharper, happier, and more productive throughout the day. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Consistency helps regulate your body's internal clock, improving sleep quality over time. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Develop calming habits in the hour before bed. Try activities like light stretching, meditation, or reading a book with a soft light. Avoid stimulating activities like intense exercise or watching TV right before sleep. Reduce screen time before bed. Devices like phones, tablets, and TVs emit blue light, which can suppress melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Aim to turn off screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Studies show that a cool room around 65 degrees Fahrenheit promotes deeper, more restful sleep. Consider blackout curtains, a white noise machine, or a fan if noise or temperature disrupts your sleep. Limit caffeine and heavy meals in the evening. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 6 hours, so avoid coffee or caffeinated tea late in the day. Likewise, heavy or spicy meals before bed can cause discomfort and interrupt your sleep. Stay active. During the day, regular physical activity can improve sleep quality. Try activities like walking, swimming, or yoga, but aim to finish exercise at least a few hours before bedtime. Practice mindfulness or relaxation techniques. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or progressive muscle relaxation can help calm your mind and reduce anxiety, improving your ability to fall and stay asleep. How to tell if you are getting quality sleep. Do you wake up naturally without an alarm? Do you fall asleep within 20 to 30 minutes of lying down? Do you feel alert, focused, and energized in the morning? If you answered yes to these questions, that's a fantastic sign your sleep and your overall health is in great shape. However, if you struggle to fall asleep, wake up frequently, or feel groggy in the morning, don't ignore it. Poor sleep can slowly impact your immune system, memory, and energy levels. You can improve it. Waking up refreshed is one of the most powerful indicators of a healthy, well-functioning body. Quality sleep allows your mind to stay sharp, your immune system to stay strong, and your energy levels to stay high. How many of them apply to you? If you found yourself recognizing several, or even all, of these abilities in yourself, give yourself credit. You're doing far better than you might realize. Maintaining strength, balance, endurance, cognitive sharpness, and waking up feeling refreshed well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond is no small achievement. Each of these signs reflects something incredible. Your body and mind are still functioning at a high level. So, which one stood out to you the most? We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. Your thoughts inspire others, and reading your experiences motivates us to keep creating helpful content. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating informative, inspiring content to help you live a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Remember, your journey to better health isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Stay strong, stay active, and keep challenging yourself. Your best years are still ahead. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.